So you realize music saved your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could honestly say music saved my life in many ways.
Yeah.
Even from being insane. Yeah, because I could have been crazy.
Yeah.
Based upon the traumas and stuff that I faced as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could get into some real dark stuff, and this interview will really get it to another level. But
hey, man, this is what you gonna do, man.
This the time out, time out, yeah. Time out, yeah. Time out, yeah. Time out, yeah.
What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Time Out Podcast. It's your boy, as always, Nick J. We got Steve with us.
Sagafet.
Yes, and guys, we have another goodie for you guys today. We have the honor of welcoming a dancehall legend who helped shape the gap between reggae and hip-hop in the 1990s. Originally from Jamaica, but really started making his name in Brooklyn, New York, with hits like Posed Off, I hope I said that right, Bashment Party, and many more. We have the honor of welcoming Red Fox to Time Out Podcast, yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here.
invited.
Of course. Now, we had some, back and forth a little bit off camera, just a little regular chatter. But every episode on Time Out, we always start with a game just to get our guests a little acclimated, get you warm, right?
Yeah.
Now, we're going to play the game This or That, right? One or the other. And yes. And this is going to be Dancehall Artist Edition.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you two dancehall artists and this or that. Who you going with? if you don't want to go with what happened, maybe drink.
You can just say,
Maybe take a sip. Yeah. All right. First up, Shabba Ranks or Super Cat?
I have to take a drink. Super Cat is my hero.
Yeah.
Super Cat is my hero, but Shabba Rankin played a very important part in my career.
Yeah.
So I have to
take it out to that. No problem.
Okay.
I love them both. Whoa.
Let's see. You might want to keep. Yeah. You might want to
hold on to it.
Just think. Vibes Cartel or Movado?
I mean, it's difficult for me to really choose one because, I know Vibes Cartel before he even came out,
Oh, wow.
in the industry, and Movado, I've met him a few times, but Cartel and I is much more close, but I still can't pick because now it's like a gully Gaza and feud thing that I don't want to get.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't blame you there. Okay, next up, Sean Paul or Shaggy?
I can't even go there. I mean, Shaggy is someone I introduced into the industry. I brought him industry.
Oh, wow.
And also, Sean Paul, he's a good friend of mine. So these people I know them very well.
Yeah.
I cannot choose.
It's tough. Okay, that is sip. Okay, take another sip. Yeah. Okay, Bounty Killer or Beanie Man?
These are all my friends. I don't know the drink.
All right, we get it. That's another way. We get it. You get it. Okay, we got two more for you. I don't know if they're your friends or not, but okay. Popcorn or Alkaline?
I don't know Alkaline. I've never met either, but I have a song on Popcorn's album called Good Body, Body So Good, and I'm on the hook in that song, but I cannot choose because, these are younger generation artists that, I've been in the game for so long. For me to really choose one seems kind of unfair.
Yeah.
Take a drink.
Yeah.
Yes, them both.
Yes. Lastly, Elephant Man or Mr. Vegas?
I can't choose. I just can't choose. I'm just gonna have to
Take another.
Okay. But you know, as you may know, we're Haitian and you're Jamaican, right? So in a lot of ways, we have that connection, that Caribbean connection, right? Growing up, well, you're coming from Jamaica, but you know, rising in Brooklyn, where you have been surrounded by both and plenty of other, you know, ethnicities as well. Where do you feel like Caribbean culture really lies in the music world? How important do you feel like it really deserves to be? Because a lot of times people tend to push it away, or people tend to look at it like second fiddle or third fiddle. But how important do you think Caribbean music is to the culture of music?
I mean, it is very, very important. I mean, a lot of, all right, if we talk about hip hop, right, we're going to start from Kool Herc, right? And Kool Herc, I don't know if you know Kool Herc, he's known as the founder of hip hop.
Oh, wow. No, I've never heard of him.
Oh, you never heard of
him? No.
Yeah, you have to check out Kool Herc. He's known for the founder, and he came from Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
Came from Jamaica. He listened to the sound systems that were there before he came here in the Bronx. And then he brought the culture from Jamaica to the Bronx and started the parties and the big sound systems and all of that stuff. So you talk about him, you talk about Heavy D, also a Jamaican. You talk
Biggie.
about
Biggie's Jamaican too, right?
Biggie.
Yeah.
Well, his mother is Jamaican. You talk about Pete Rock.
Yeah.
Right? Legendary producer. We talk about, we can name a lot of different, Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I got.
Yeah.
You know, his family and my family were very close.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, you know, I know him before he even came out.
Oh, wow.
This is stupid.
And all these people, and I'm sure there's quite a bit of Haitians that is involved in the game as well. I don't know them per se.
Yeah.
No, they're there. A lot of Caribbean people involved.
Yeah.
That the parents are from the Caribbean, or the West Indies. And if we're gonna talk about R&B, I can't remember this guy's name, but he wrote so much. He's from Jamaica. And he wrote so many of the R&B hits that people know.
Yeah.
Way back when.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And we feed from each other.
Yeah.
American music, Caribbean music, and without either, there would be no vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we come from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Energy people.
Yeah.
So we bring the vibes.
Yeah.
And also the Americans are so spectacular in their production that
it just all comes together.
we feed up.
Yeah.
So, we are important just as they are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. So do you feel like in the grand scheme of things, Caribbean artists get enough credit?
I wouldn't say they get a lot of credit because we don't have a very good structure.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
Okay.
Like most of us would do music. Like for instance, the guys coming from Jamaica, they just trying to get out of the ghetto. They're trying to get out of a tough situation. But most of the time, we don't have like a PR or anyone that's out there, advocating and making sure that, people know about you. Most of our success come from the people.
Yeah.
Just like going out here performing and people hear of you, and that's how we get popular.
Yeah.
But there's nobody out there with any kind of major plans.
Yeah.
Spreading your name across the board.
Yeah.
In where you would get credit.
Yeah.
For instance, like the Grammy Awards, a lot of artists do not register themselves to the board, in order to be nominated. So we need to have more structure as far as Caribbean people.
Yeah.
That's why we're not getting the credit.
Does that come with, oh my bad. Does that come with like the management that is involved with it?
Yeah. I mean, we have to really begin to take our music a little more serious, meaning the professionals. We can't just hustle the business. A lot of us from the Caribbean tend to hustle with business. You know,
Yeah.
make and go back to the Caribbean, buy a house, buy a car.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Begin to look at a bigger,
the bigger picture.
so we can begin to do the right things, so we can get the credit. Because if you're not out there doing all the dotting of the I's and crossing the T's, nobody's going to look at you.
Yeah.
You cannot blame anyone. You have to go out there and do the right thing.
Yeah.
So we just need to create a better structure for, everywhere.
Yeah.
Whether it's soca music, dancehall music, Haitian music, whatever it is, we have to go out there and create a better structure. And our people have to support the music a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I think, we could both agree. We have a lot of those similar perspectives on the Haitian side of it. Like,
Oh yeah, big time. Like I think compa, I think is one of the best. Is the greatest music I think out there. But we don't get the compa, Haitian compa. But we don't get the publicity or like the like even the Grammy nominations that we probably do deserve to get. Because these are hits, like bangers after bangers that
Right.
even like a New Luke, that's a Haitian band. New Luke is a Haitian band. They drop bangers after bangers, but we don't get that kind of nominations, that recognition that we deserved in a way.
Yeah, because someone have to go out there and advocate
yeah.
for whatever it is that you're trying to get done. Without that, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
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 So hopefully we can start it here with Time Out Podcast.
Yes, sir. Okay. But so where does it all begin for you, right? So you were born in Jamaica and you came to America when?
16 years old.
Oh, 16 years old. So you went to Brooklyn immediately.
Yes, straight to go.
Okay. So were you doing music in Jamaica or?
Yes.
Okay.
I started from 10 years old. I started during the days of King Yellowman, when King Yellowman was reigning.
Okay.
I've heard of Yellowman.
Nah.
Yeah, so Yellowman is like an albino.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I can see the name.
he was an orphan.
Mm-hmm.
He was an orphan.
Mm-hmm.
And he managed to become like one of the artists. We called him DJ,
Mm-hmm.
right? Reggae artist in the 80s.
Yeah.
And he was like reigning for like many years. That's why they crowned him the king of dancehall.
Oh,
Right? And during that time, for me, it was great because being of light skin complexion, you face a tough time as a kid because of colorism.
Yeah.
Most people think that if they're dark skin
Mm-hmm.
and you're light skin, maybe you get more opportunities, or maybe, whatever it is, they just call you like a red ugly name.
yeah, same thing in Haiti too.
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So when Yellow Man came out, they began to call me Yellow.
Okay.
So it was like a cool thing for them to call me Yellow Man.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to sing his songs, and eventually I changed the lyrics to his song
Mm-hmm.
and put my own words when I was about 10.
Okay.
And, I was fascinated by, what I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I, sang it to my friends, and, they began to do the same thing, and that's how it started. So when I was going to high school from like about 10, 11 years old,
Oh, wow.
I started from, because in Jamaica it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Most people start at 12. I started from like 10, 11.
Okay.
I get some of my classmates involved, and eventually we formed this crew called Arrow's Posse.
Okay. Always posse. Okay.
They let the barber put an arrow for it, right? And it became so popular within the high school, which St. Catherine High School in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And we started to perform, where the kids could hear us sing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was a guy that was drawing the logo on our khaki shirts with the arrow, with our names in the arrow, so it became like a force to reckon with. And then I did this show for the school.
Mm-hmm.
There was a barbecue, and, I did the show, and that's when I had the name Red Fox. That's when I really came alive after that show.
In Jamaica, were the teachers like supportive of you guys, kind of like in a way being rebels? You were in trouble a lot. I could.
Yeah.
I was not kicked out of school because, as I said, our back of our khaki shirts had logos on it.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? I was in my class, and there was this substitute teacher, which was the vice principal, because our teacher wasn't there. So, while she's there watching us, I'm writing, and she saw my book, and she looked at it, and there was nothing but sounds, and they were very nasty. And she ripped it up, and and when it was time for me to graduate high school, they were trying to give me you got to get like a note from the principal.
Oh, to notice.
They were trying to let me graduate because of the amount of trouble.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
music thing. So.
Oh wow. So what about your parents? Were they supportive, or how were they? Or
so I grew up with my grandmother.
Okay.
My mother was in America since I'm like 3.
Okay.
My father died when I was like 5.
Okay.
So I grew up with my grandmother and my grandfather.
Okay.
So there's a particular time where my grandmother is so old that there's but so much you can do to.
Yeah, you just doing it. Yeah.
So I was just a free kid.
Yeah.
Very free to do.
Yeah. Okay. So how does it all transition into Brooklyn and your rise and things like that?
First things, like, how was that transition from Jamaica to Brooklyn?
Yeah, so as soon as I graduated from high school in Jamaica, the papers for me to come to America came through, because my mother was filing for me to come to America to reunite with all my siblings. Yeah. Because I was alone by myself.
Like all your brothers and sisters?
Everybody was here.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the only one in Jamaica. So
even more liberty, more freedom.
As soon as I graduated, I came to Brooklyn, and I already had the mindset to do music, because as you could tell, I'm in high school. I have a whole entire crew of like probably 12 people. We're performing, we're writing songs. So I'm already like completely drenched into what it is that I desire to do, right? And besides that, where I lived in Jamaica, all the parties kept directly across the street. So when all the major sound systems, big stars, they came right across the street. And if where you at, and I'm right here, I was able to watch them like that every night. Yeah, when they were performing, and I suck it all in. Yeah. When I came to Brooklyn now, it's almost like I brought a piece of that with me.
Yes.
Dancehall music, when I left Jamaica, was just beginning to break. Yeah. This was like 86.
Yeah.
And this is when dancehall began to like break, like being on the market. So it's almost like I took that with me to Brooklyn, because when I got to Brooklyn, I was like a new sensation, once I got in the mix. Yeah. So I went to high school. They put me back in high school because
succeeding.
No credit. Put me back in high school. I didn't even know what grade I was in. To be honest with you. And I began to, hang out with the Jamaican kids in the school. And I realized that they had a sound system. And they told me about the sound system that they had. And we, clashes, I don't know if you know what the clash is, when we battle each other. Yeah. Yeah, so...
you guys have like one beat going and then one person hops on and another person hops on?
Sound system is going to battle each other.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I was on the sound system, and the kids that I was hanging out with in school, they had a sound system. Yeah. And we, had a clash. Yeah. This place in Brooklyn. Those days, if you're underage kid, it didn't matter. Yeah. If they get into it, by the way, yeah. I don't want in the spot.
Yeah. Where you knew that they wasn't checking for real.
Right. Yeah. No ID stuff. Yeah. Let's go. Let's be honest.
If you look old enough, you can probably go in.
Yeah, no, it's not a situation like that. I'm going into these parties from 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And, we're battling. So eventually, I became a member of the guys that were going to my school. I became a member of their sound system. Because I was competing against them, but after a while, because we're going to the same school,
Like, why not just come together?
became a part of their sound system, which is a sound system called LP International. They're a big sound system now.
Okay.
You know, that will
Is it-
still do a lot of battles.
Yeah.
Still the same.
Yeah.
Still the same group though.
Yeah,
Oh.
still serious. Yeah, most of them, well, not, I mean, they have younger guys that they recruit
Yeah.
to come and play, but the guy that is the owner,
Still the owner.
he's still there.
Okay.
You know, so once we started with that sound system, eventually my name began to spread around Brooklyn like a wildfire. And eventually a producer guy known as Peter McKenzie took me to the studio to record my first song, Come Boogie Down.
And
That's how I got started.
so what year is that?
This is 87.
87. Okay. Oh, so 1 year after you came. Well, you was on it.
Yeah, it is.
As I said before, I was already like fully drenched
Yeah.
into,
It's what you wanted to do. You knew like this is.
Yeah.
I came with a laser sharp focus
Yeah.
to get myself out there, and everything aligned. Everything was just aligned for it to happen.
Yeah.
Everything was just it didn't take a struggle. It was
Yeah.
a breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I imagined it before I came here.
Yeah.
Meant to
You just had to go for it.
No, I saw it in my brain.
Yeah.
In here, like from 14 years old,
Yeah.
I saw what I was going to do when I came.
Yeah. That's fire. That's fire.
When I came, my parents was telling me, I can't,
Yeah.
but I didn't even know my mother.
Yeah. So it's like, what you gonna tell me?
What you really saying?
So, it was tough.
Yeah.
They wanted me to go to college, and I didn't have any desire to go to college. I didn't even know what I wanted to.
To study it.
Yeah.
I wasn't even interested in high school. I
Yeah.
was already graduated from Jamaica.
Yeah.
So I was learning about the things I already learned.
Yeah.
And it was boring for me. And eventually I got involved with people in the streets, and,
Mhm.
one thing led to the,
Yeah.
whatever.
We move past that.
That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
So when you first came, you didn't feel any pressure to have to assimilate your style to the American culture? Or did you kind of, like, were you already comfortable enough? Or maybe the area that you ended up being in made you extra comfortable to, be the same you that you were in Jamaica just now?
Well, I wasn't thinking about anything like that,
Okay.
because in my head, as a young 16-year-old kid, I think once these people hear what I have, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's it.
Honestly,
The combination is already there.
I didn't think that there was a culture or there is a language barrier.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I had no idea
Yeah.
about these things.
Yeah.
But the good thing is Brooklyn had like a strong Caribbean community.
Yeah.
So when I went to these parties and started to sing, there was always an uproar.
Yeah.
But I think where I learned that I had to be a little more clear is my sister had a boyfriend at the time that was attending Stony Brook University. My sister went to Stony Brook University. So he kept a show at Stony Brook for me to perform, and was me and Shine It. I don't know if you heard of Shine It. He's like the first Jamaican artist to do like a hip hop song.
Okay.
A song called Who the Cap Fit.
Okay.
Like he blew up like at one point in the late 80s.
Okay.
Right? So it was him and I, he was the headliner for the show.
Mhm.
And I went on stage and I was singing for like probably a whole hour. And I just could not move these people. But
Yeah.
it was all college kids,
Yeah.
white people,
Yeah.
Black Americans, like really people that have no idea of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right? And that's when I realized, because before, everywhere I go in Brooklyn is just going crazy. So when I go on stage, I'm wondering why these people are not going crazy like everybody else.
Yeah.
And then I learned I had to have a little more clarity because my patois was so
strong.
yeah, so strong.
Yeah.
I used to just be really aggressive, a lot of energy. And they wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just looking around.
That's the only time I kind of began to be a little more cognizant of, what I need to do.
So do you think that moment influenced the hip hop / reggae dancehall blend that you tend to represent, if that makes sense?
Well, yeah. Well, the hip hop part came in first. This producer, Sting International, right? Sting International is the guy that produced like all the Shaggy's hits, from Wasn't Me to Angel to Boombastic, you know, with the Marvin Gaye remix, all that stuff. Because he's an American, right? And when I met him, to my brother-in-law, got me the show at Stony Brook, he hooked me up with Sting International. This is before Shaggy even start to work with him.
Yeah.
Because I brought Shaggy to him.
Yeah.
Right? So he began to experiment with merging the dancehall beat with the hip hop beat.
Yeah.
And I did a song where we did a rendition of the song that by a guy called Let's Chill. Right? I did it with a singer called Naturally. So that was my first thing where I was experimenting, where I flowing over hip hop, dancehall beat. But when I really got involved a little deeper was when I heard Brand Nubian was looking for me to record with me. I don't know if you know Brand Nubian.
Yeah, I've heard the name, yeah.
Yeah, Lord Jamar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grand Puba was not part of the group anymore, but it was just them two. And we did a song called Black Star Line. They were signed to Elektra, so I was on the In God We Trust album.
Okay.
Right, so I did a song with them, and then I start to be managed now. I got managed by this guy called Erskine Isaac, which is an American, and he was booking all the hip hop acts, all the hip hop acts back in the 80s, 90s. He was in charge of the whole thing. Oh wow! So wherever they were performing, I was performing. So I would find myself with shows, find myself on shows with people like Rakim, Eric B. and Rakim.
Oh, wow.
Find myself on shows with Busta Rhyme and Pete Rock, CL Smooth, what is name? Nice and Smooth.
Wow.
Smith and Wesson.
Yeah.
I mean, Onyx.
Wow.
I could go on and on.
Yeah.
You know, so I would like open some time for some of these guys, and that's how I began to, spread the dancehall within a certain market.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy called Gunga Rivera, which is a Latino promoter, who began to now introduce me to the Latino market. So I started to perform in Washington Heights, perform in all the Spanish clubs in Manhattan, like Octagon. And now this is the time when I Pose Off.
Yeah.
And Pose Off was loved very much by the Latino market.
Yeah, they made like remixes of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Began to perform in a lot of their clubs. And, began to break down some of those barriers.
Wow. So speaking of Pose Off, did you know it was going to be a hit? Or like, was it kind of like, were you iffy about it? Like, what was your mindset going into that song?
Yeah, well, it was Eastern Parkway Parade. You were asking me about, where they have the Labor Day Parade.
Yeah.
During those days, they would have like sound systems set up all over the streets. This is before Giuliani came in. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, what did you?
Yeah. So there was these girls walking in their carnival outfits and screeching on my partner who did singing part on Pose Off.
Yeah.
He was, joking around while the girls are passing and saying, girls, they look so sharp. They need to know about so he was just joking.
Yeah.
And then I didn't remember anything about that. So in the night, someone was playing a cassette. So these are the days when we used to make cassettes.
Yeah.
Right? And they recorded it. And I heard him singing it. So I said, this is a great idea. And that's when I came up with my part, Pose Off, boom shot. So I saw him at a party. And I say, hey, you remember that little thing he was joking around with? And he says, yeah. I say, hear this. And then we went to the studio and, I did it, but I wasn't really thinking anything of it.
Yeah.
So because we freestyled it.
Yeah.
It's not like we really like wrote down anything. You know, we just had an idea. I made up the hook, pause off. He had his little part, and we were just making it up as we go along while we were recording.
Yeah.
We're just making stuff up, and
Doesn't J-Lo have something with that?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, it's like what happened is we didn't think nothing of it, but Sting International, no, by now he was playing on 98.7 Kiss FM.
Mm-hmm.
That's before Kiss FM became like a sports. I don't even know what they are today. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
they were playing like hip hop and those things. So we had a Sunday segment,
Mm-hmm.
and he played the record, and everybody went to the record shop looking for the record before the record even
Came out.
you know, everybody's like, where's the record? Where's the record?
Wow.
You know, we realized that we were on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was gonna be my next question. So that was the moment you think that you realized, wait, like this might be a little bigger than we thought? Or is there a more, I don't know, is there another vivid memory that you have, like where you was like, yo, this is crazy. Like people are like,
Yeah, but before it pulls up, I had a song called Down in Jamaica, Jamaica Nights.
yeah.
And that was pretty big,
Yeah.
right? It was, because when I was performing at the underground nightclub in Manhattan,
Mm-hmm.
that club had probably about 3,000 people.
Oh, wow.
I used to like completely like dismantle inside that club.
That's fire.
So I was already used to
The energy.
that, you know, like, so Pose Off now was like, I'm looking at it like, yes, you know, this is, you know, but I'm already used to another.
Yeah.
But this one now is like building. But I think when I started to perform in like a lot of these big clubs in Manhattan, and then I started to go to places like Virginia and all over the States. And whenever I'm performing it, like everybody knows it.
Yeah.
The other song, Jamaican Nice Caribbean people.
Yeah.
This one, Black Americans.
Yeah.
Tunas are knowing it.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, but you don't really go have a moment where you really say, this is really big, because you're young, you know, you're like, in your head, you're like, probably like at that point, I was about 21, 22. And in your head, you're just like looking for something bigger,
Yeah.
right? You're already over that.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about that. You're on to the next.
Next challenge.
And on to the next and on to the next. You don't get a chance to get a moment to even feel like
Yeah.
you're somewhere.
So I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the years between Down in Jamaica and Pose Off?
Yeah.
So how many years in between? Like what's the time frame between the two?
Well, Down in Jamaica came out in 89
Okay.
and Pose Off came out 92.
92. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're going into the 90s, and for a lot of people, and you're in New York. So obviously this is like arguably prime time New York hip hop,
Right.
right? So it's almost inevitable. It seems that like you kind of not had to, but you had to blend where you came from with your environment, right? So now leading into even another moment like Bashment Party, leading into all these various moments, where do you think within your catalog, what's your baby? What's your number one, like, nah, like this one means like something to me?
I mean, you know, they all mean something to you, right?
Yeah.
They all mean something to you. And everything is an experience.
Yeah.
It's a part of your journey, right? So there's a time when you're saying some reckless stuff, right? But it's a part of your journey.
Mhm.
Then, you know, as you become more mature, you start to sing more conscious stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if I should say songs that mean something to me, then I'm probably going to say songs like Born Again Black Man and Dem a Murderer and Ghetto Gospel. These are conscious songs.
Yeah.
And the reason why they mean something to me is because years after, I think I was in like Minnesota,
Mhm.
right? And there was a girl came to me and she was from Ethiopia. And she said, you know, while we were in the refugee camp, your album got us through that time, right? And then there's another guy that's telling you man, I was going through some tough times, and that album. Now, this is the album I did with Electro Records called "As a Matter of Fox." And there's a lot
of Fox. That's tough.
yeah, and there's a lot of conscious sound on it, and people are saying what it does for what it did for them. You know, like Born Again Black Man came out of the time when black people weren't feeling so. A lot of black people weren't feeling so good about themselves, right? You know, they were putting S curls in their ear.
Yeah.
This was really like an Indian.
Yeah.
And they were, you know, the girls, no disrespect, but the girls began to put in their weaves. And, there was a lot of things going on. And, you know, people used to say, like, your nose is too big. People used to say, like, your lips are too big or whatever it is. I was addressing all these things in this particular song.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, you know, it went #1 all over the Caribbean. Like, people began to really appreciate the songs. So those things mean a lot to me because it means a lot to people.
Yeah.
And like anything for my own self, I really do not, you know, have that.
Yeah.
It's more for like, you know, what did it do for you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So those are the songs that I, you know,
that was when I was looking at your catalog. That was actually one of the songs that I was watching the music video for that on YouTube actually. Yeah, Born Again Black Man. Yeah. But like, did you get any pushback? You know, obviously at the end of the day, you know, we're the minorities, right? So with a song like that, right? Obviously the message, you know, to people like us, we all get the message. We love the message, everything. But obviously to the larger community, maybe it could be a lot, you know, whatever, right? Did you get any pushback for moments like that? Maybe the pro-black songs, the pro-black moments. Did you get any pushback or kind of any, you know, or was everything, you know, positive or?
A lot. You learn now. I'm learning now at that time that when you begin to take this road, it's a tough road.
So,
yeah.
Because you're dealing with consciousness.
Yeah.
Now, those days we didn't understand what goes on the major networks, right? Because we were coming out of an era with Boogie Down Production, KRS-One, Brand Nubian, X-Clan, all these conscious artists. They used to wear like African medallions and everything was just African.
Yeah.
But now, here comes NWA.
Yeah.
Right? And gangster rap is beginning now to come in. Now, you're singing consciousness, and I don't know if it's a conspiracy those days or what was going on, but they were getting ready to push sex, violence, and everything that create problems within the black community.
Literally, yeah.
And anything that is too conscious will get pushed to the side.
Yeah.
Right? So if you are a radio station and you are selling a juice that is loaded with garbage or something that is not good for you, and you're playing music that is like really toxic, it goes together.
Yeah.
100%.
But if I'm singing something conscious and you try to market something that's not good for you, it doesn't go together because the listener begin to change. You'll find people that's gravitating to conscious music. That means they want good food.
Yeah.
That means they want healthy drinks.
Yeah.
You know, so you learn in marketing, right? So those days I didn't understand marketing. I was just being free in what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
And so, you know, from Born Again Black Man, where you're, you know, you sound like a rebellious person, them a murderer. I'm talking about political gangsters.
Yes.
You know, abusing people and, you know, talking about Africa, talking about Mandela. We're talking about all the struggles that was going on.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, the radio stations care about selling commercials. It's not about the music. Radio stations are created to sell.
They got to make their money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you are singing a song that is not really pulling the listeners that will buy a particular product, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So you began to learn the business now.
Yeah.
The music business. Before we were just doing music.
Yeah.
So when I sang those songs, I'm singing them from my heart. But at the same time, there was no business in my mind.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There was other songs that's reckless that we could have put out.
Yeah.
Right? That probably I wouldn't have to face the struggle that I face with those particular songs.
Yeah.
It would have been more free because people would be like, yeah, sex, gangster business, whatever it is. Because I was singing them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I feel gangster,
Whatever you want.
whatever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. So, speaking of pro-black, right? As you see on this wall, I have a painting of Bob Marley, right? He's one of my favorites. All my friends know he's one of my favorites. And I just want to know, from a Jamaican perspective, right? How big is he in Jamaican culture, music? And obviously, a lot of his music was similar concepts that we're talking about, pro-black, really pushing, like War, for example. That just came to my head. The song War. Or
Buffalo Soldier,
yeah, like any
struggles of the
the struggle, like what do you think Bob Marley, or even to you personally, what does Bob Marley mean, or to the culture, to you, anything?
Yeah, well, Bob Marley is very dear to us, as everybody should know. It's very dear to us Jamaicans, because he's one of our he's like our national hero.
Yeah,
right? Because before he died, a lot of people weren't into Bob Marley in Jamaica, until he died.
Really?
When he died, that's when a lot of people really began to educate themselves about who this man is.
Yeah.
Because he was more global.
Yeah.
than we thought.
Yeah.
So globally, he was big, though.
Massive. Yeah.
Okay, but in Jamaica, it wasn't as...
Jamaica, he was
big.
Yeah.
But
Not seen as that light yet.
when he died,
Yeah.
that's when people realized how massive he was.
Yeah.
And then you began to receive the message.
Yeah.
Because when the person is alive, you don't really pay attention to the message.
Yeah.
It's when,
Not that much.
it's when they die, then you begin to listen to what they really was trying to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of Bob songs was quoting, for instance, you mentioned War.
Yeah.
The song War is an entire speech from Haile Selassie.
Yeah.
Right? That he actually saw. And a lot of his words came from Marcus Garvey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then a lot of it come from the Bible. But he was able to simplify what seems complicated and made it easy for any little kid to comprehend.
Yeah.
So that was his genius.
Yeah.
And also made a sad song feel happy.
Yeah.
A lot of people still haven't found that formula.
Yeah.
How to sing struggles but make you dance to it.
Yeah.
Without make you feeling depressed or the word is on my shoulder type of thing. You're singing some really hardcore lyrics,
But you still vibing. You still...
it's behind it. It's just,
uplifting. It's crazy. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Were you ever able to watch him perform or go to one of his concerts?
I was about 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
And at that point, I only knew probably 2 songs or 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
But when he died, they were playing his music every day on the radio in Jamaica. They began to learn all of them.
Yeah. So, did he have any impact potentially on your music, or who, if not him as much, are there any certain reggae or Jamaican artists that really impacted your style, maybe your words, anything?
Yeah, well, I mean, Bob Marley, I don't know which reggae artist can honestly say Bob Marley hasn't influenced them.
Yeah.
In some sense. You know what I mean? But for me, it's a whole lot of artists that I was listening to as a child. Names that a lot of people don't know. From Chaka Demos. Chaka Demos.
It's not that Murder, She Wrote, no?
Murder.
Yeah, Murder, She Wrote, yeah.
They have General Trees.
Yeah.
Professor Nuts, Papa San, Peter Metro, Supercat, Early B. I could go on and on. All these people is in my head.
Jimmy Cliff is your era too? Or that's...
Jimmy Cliff is more like, a vocalist that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my craft
Yeah.
is like Yellowman, General Echo.
Mm-hmm.
These are people that, a lot of people don't know. Johnny Ringo.
I've heard that name, Johnny Ringo. Yeah.
So a lot of them, it's all recorded in your mind, right? So whenever you're writing a song, the melodies, it's basically a combination of everything that you've heard before, because there's nothing new. There's no one that can actually say they created something like purely.
Yeah.
Sound or something that
Take all these different things and you make it your own, and you create your own thing. But there's so many people that influenced me. All the greats that was before me,
Yeah.
they all influenced me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, is there a preference for you, right? Do you prefer
Yeah.
writing a song before, or do you prefer more? I'm sure maybe you have different moments, but do you prefer writing before, or do you prefer just kind of going into a freestyle and kind of seeing a beat, then seeing how it takes you, and then etc.? Or do you like to, what's your style of craft as you're going into a song?
I do them both.
Okay.
Sometimes person send me a beat, and then I would have to find something that complements that beat, right? But when I'm writing a song without the beat,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just coming out of whatever I'm feeling at the moment. And, what I feel like I want to talk about something, then it's a little more challenging when you come up with the song first, because now someone has to find the beat to match it, to find that right formula to match it. But when you give me the beat, then I find a song to complement the beat. And that's easy, because you just hear what the beat is telling it.
Yeah.
But to come up with a song and then you send it to someone to lay a track, then, you really have to spend some good quality time to get the right formula for the song.
Yeah.
But I love them both because, sometimes when someone send me a beat, I'm not able to really think too much. I just find something that complement the beat.
Yeah.
But to write something on your own, sometimes just to freestyle up at the top of the dome, it's just a moment, that's something
Yeah.
in your head,
Yeah.
not thinking or nothing. But that doesn't happen like if someone send me like 10 beats right now, I'll have 10 different ideas
Yeah.
that I'm about to put down on this.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit down and come up with like 10 different ideas like to freestyle immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be something that just, interests me at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love them both.
Yeah.
as an artist, is there any point in time where like your brain kind of switches off, like from hearing music or like making up some kind of lyrics in your head? Like at any point, like does your brain ever turn off? Like you're not like, are you always writing in a way, in your head in a way?
Yeah, it's either I'm writing or I'm imagining, or my brain just work like a movie.
Yeah.
And, people don't even want to know what I'm imagining sometimes. You're like nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so like really crazy.
Yeah.
What you just thought about,
Yeah.
but it's just the way your brain works.
Yeah.
It's always like creating something, or imagining something, or when you're looking at something, everything is like deep, everything you're getting really, to it. So
Bring everything
it
then.
never really stops. For me, it doesn't. I might hear people talk about it, but if you were made to do certain things, that's just the way you were made.
Yeah.
It's just the way your brain works. There's some people that is like a copycat.
Yeah.
You have artists that is a copycat. They're not really arts,
Yeah.
right? But they're able to do a very good job
Yeah.
in copying.
Yeah.
You might find those artists not being able to come up with certain things because they're looking for something to copy.
Yeah.
But the artist that is a creator, his brain, it doesn't matter if he's sad, he's thinking about writing a song about feeling happy.
Yeah.
And if he is happy, he's thinking about writing a song to inspire somebody. If he's like, whatever he's going through, it's a song.
Yeah.
Every single thing is a song,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Was there ever a moment that you felt like quitting? Or did you always, from the moment you started in Jamaica at the age of 10?
well, yeah, I think I had one moment.
Okay, what was that?
That's the moment right before I blew up.
Really?
Yeah, so there's a saying, the darkest part of the night is right before morning,
Yeah.
right? Right before daylight
Yeah.
is the darkest part of the night. And I think whenever someone is about to achieve something, that's when they feel their darkest moment. And if you are faithful enough, you'll see the morning, right?
Yeah.
I say that to say this. There was a time when, I'm pursuing music, but got really stressful. I came to New York. I didn't really know my mother. I wasn't so familiar with my siblings. And
Can you pull your mic a little closer?
yeah, you can hear me better. Yeah. I wasn't so familiar with my siblings. They didn't, I'm not used to a lot of things. And
Yeah, it's just a different life.
I have 2 songs out. There was not much happening. You don't see any money coming from it.
Yeah.
And it was a frustrating time for me. So I decided that I had some friends that was hustling in Texas. Okay. So they were telling me to come down there because they're making a lot of money.
That's okay.
So I'm thinking because, it's really tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I remember a friend of mine, which is naturally the guy that sings a song with me called Down in Jamaica, Jamaica Nice.
Yeah.
He called me to come, go to a sound system and work out. 'Cause we used to go to these sound system and, freestyle and vibe.
Yeah.
So I tell him, I'm not into this music thing anymore. I remember saying that to him.
Yeah.
And then I went to Texas and I was there for like probably 2 weeks, checking out the vibe. And I made a phone call back to New York to find out, how was everybody, what's going on, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So they told me that my brother-in-law was looking for me. And he found a show for me at the Underground nightclub. So I told the guys to fly me back to New York. And that's the only time, because after that, I ended up in this club in front of 3,000 people.
And you're like, this is what I want to do for the rest.
Yeah, well, once I already got the show, I told the guys, get me out of here.
Yeah.
They didn't hesitate. They flew me the next morning like that.
Right. So maybe it was a sign, like in hindsight, now maybe that, like, because what about if you don't make that call? What about if he wasn't looking for you or what, maybe you end up staying in Texas,
Yeah, I know. It was just, a moment.
Yeah.
Where, as I said before, the darkest part of the night is right before the morning. So something was about to take place. Sometimes you're holding on and just as you're about to give up, that's when it's happened, And most of the time, that's how I see it work.
Yeah.
Just as you're about to like throw the towel in, something give you a sign to continue.
Yeah. So what about, do you remember the moment? So you said it was down in Jamaica that you really felt like the motion really started.
So, no, from my first song.
Yeah. Okay.
That was pretty popular within.
Okay.
We're very popular in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about that moment made you feel like, damn, like what, damn, like this is kind of happening? Like, do you remember what it was? Like,
yeah.
somebody come up to you or say something like?
Yeah, I remember. So when the song came out, first and foremost, I was very upset about what they did with the song. Because when they mixed the song, it's nothing like what the beat is not like what I
Yeah.
right? But they did something very interesting to the beat, and I didn't embrace it at the time because it was a complete different vibe that I could not comprehend. And I didn't think nothing of the record. I didn't think the record was going to do well. And I remember I couldn't go to parties because I was, young. So whenever you see me going to these parties, I used to steal and go out. Like I used to put pillows underneath my sheets and just cover it up. That's how I used to go out.
Really?
Yeah. So when
movie shit for real.
So when my first song was out, I still couldn't go out. I still was underage. I couldn't go to clubs because I was 17 when the song came out. 17, 18. You have to be 21. So people used to call me, like, the elders that used to go to clubs and tell me, like, your song is really doing good out here. you're going to be able to buy a rope chain and a Maxima car, right?
That's
Those were the things that happened in those days. I say, yeah. And they say, yeah, man. And so anyway, I steal out one night and I went to this club called iRoom. The only person I knew there was this girl that I was trying to kick it to when I was going to high school. That's the only person I recognized in the club. And then my record came on and the place began to erupt, the whole entire place. And it was a upstairs place, so the floor began to like shake.
Yeah.
And nobody knew who I was. But my song was like the biggest song for the night.
Yeah.
And I remember like, saying this was like amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I really got that kind of feeling like, wow, like, man, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. This is my first baby that's, being born.
Yeah.
But what was the first time you heard yourself on the radio?
Yeah, I remember there's a guy called Gil Bailey, rest in peace. We had a reggae station called WNWK 105.9. I think it's the Latino station, but those days they had reggae music didn't come on until about 11 o'clock in the night, from about 11 to probably 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. So in order to hear your song, you had to wait up all night.
Just to see where
I waited up one night, like they say a song is going to play, and I wait up until I heard it. Yeah, way hours of the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Like, what was that feeling like?
Oh, that's a great feeling.
Yeah.
That was amazing feeling. It's like a surreal feeling.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't really understand what's
And that was that song as well. What? Papers Radio. Those Come Boogie Down was the first radio song, or was it something?
Come Boogie Down was the first on the radio, yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember who was there with you when you heard it?
It's just me and my homeboys that live on the 4th floor. I live on the 5th floor.
Yeah.
I live on the 4th floor. I'm always on the 4th floor.
Oh, okay.
That's where I hang out every night.
Yeah.
So we're there and we're waiting up, so, there we all heard it. We were all happy.
Yeah.
Tough.
These are the guys who really helped me to get out there.
Wow.
Yeah. Andrew and Peter, they live on the 4th floor and they're the one who took me out and then introduced me to everybody.
Yeah. Shout out Andrew and Peter, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Andrew and Peter, man. But yeah, so what part of the journey, right? Is it the beginning? Is it your Jamaica point? Is it your rising phase? Is it your, I don't want to say prime, but is it your, I guess, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what part of the journey are you the most grateful for? I'm sure you're grateful for it all, but what part in hindsight, looking back at your career 20, 30 plus years now, do you feel like that really reminisces with you and really sticks with you in terms of how you are today?
Yeah, I mean, the story that I told you.
Yeah.
When I came from Texas.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was heading down a dark place.
Yeah.
And, when I got the show and, I never looked back ever since. I never had to get involved in anything that would put me away for life or take my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you realize music saved your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could honestly say music saved my life.
Yeah.
In many ways.
Yeah.
Even from being insane. Yeah, because I could have been crazy.
Yeah.
Based upon the traumas and stuff that I faced as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could get into some real dark stuff, and this interview will really get it to another level. But
hey, man, do, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying music saved my life.
Yeah.
So knowing everything that you know now within the music world and within your own personal life, what advice would you give to your younger self?
But I wouldn't give any advice to my younger self because it brought me here.
Just be you.
Yeah, because I'm here right now.
Yeah.
If I would say, because I don't like to really, I've heard this question before, right?
Yeah.
And it's a very interesting question because if you had made different decisions, you would have been a different person today.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have any problem with the person I am today. Yeah. So all the decisions that I've made, I'm okay with them because they took me here to this point.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I could have said to you, I wish I knew more about economics. the business.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing business from the start. Every song that I'm singing, I'm doing the paperwork. And when I do get money, I do not squander some of it
Savings.
on garbage or senseless things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like investments where you could have bought properties that were millions of dollars today, and you could have got it for 50 grand.
Yeah.
You know, like that was more than right. So you'd love to give yourself the advice to say, hey, you know, put away that money and invest it here so you could grow your money. But all of that wasn't going to say I was going to be any happier.
Yeah.
And it didn't really even guarantee life itself.
Yeah.
Right? I could have taken those journey and it could have cost my life.
Yeah.
I could have made all the right decisions.
Yeah.
And that right decisions led me to a place where I lost my life.
Yeah.
So I cannot really give my younger self any advice
Yeah.
because whatever I did kept me alive to this point.
Yeah.
Right?
I've never heard that answer. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that answer. I like that answer. Yeah.
So I have to thank my younger self
Yeah.
for bringing me to this point.
For real.
When I got your first big, let's say, payday, what was like the first thing like you thought of buying or like
The first
did you
piece-
splurge? Yeah. Did you splurge or like
No, I was not splurge at first.
okay.
My first big payday was that first show that I did at the Underground nightclub. When I left Texas
Yeah.
and went to do that show. Now this is 1989, right? And I was paid $1,500 in 1989,
Yeah.
right? And I wasn't used to getting $1,500.
Yeah.
Right? I used to sing on sound systems and they give me $50 or
Yeah.
I did that.
so when I got $1,500, it felt like a big deal.
Yeah.
And I was a saver at that time. Everything I got, I stocked it away. But when I was signed now to Elektra Records, and they signed me for like 150 grand, and then I got like another $50,000 for like piece of my pop. This is in the like early 90s. And then, you know, like a lot of different money start coming in at this point. Like, you know, you probably have like over $200,000 at 22 years old.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
In the 90s too is like
Yeah. A whole different level now. Yeah, and you know, it's weird because you learn when things begin to change like that, everybody around you change as well.
yeah, that's the unfortunate part of things sometimes.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. It comes with it. It comes with it. I mean, you know, the good, the bad, it comes with it.
Yeah, but you know that, you know, I guess, you know, from the show or when I got signed to Elektra Records,
Yeah.
I would say like was one of the first, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to switch fields a little bit, right? As we know, you're a Knicks fan,
Yeah.
right? As we know, you're a Knicks fan. And we just want to know, do you feel like this is the year, at least for a finals appearance? If not the chip, at least a finals appearance. Or do you feel like fan versus analyst? I don't know if you have the same answer, but as a fan, I'm sure the answer is yes. But do you feel like it's actually...
I have to watch them play Detroit one more time. Really,
Yeah.
decision because, you know, I've seen them play Detroit a couple of times and got slaughtered. It's like they don't have the answer for them.
Yeah.
I want to say that
Yeah.
one more time before I could even say
Yeah.
y'all could pass to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But I have to see a pass Detroit.
But Boston got Jason Tatum coming back.
I'm too worried about Boston because they beat Boston last year
Yeah.
with Jaden Tatum before the injury.
Injury and all that. Yeah.
They were on their way out anyway.
Like that confidence.
So I don't want to come back with that. Tatum is coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There ain't none of that.
But but at the end of the day, Detroit is who I'm worried
Yeah,
about.
You know what's crazy? I like Detroit's tough, but I don't feel like don't get me wrong, they destroyed the Knicks, but I think in the playoffs, I don't know how Detroit can beat them 4 games. I don't know. I think Detroit's like a year or two away. I feel like the Knicks have the pieces. I wouldn't be shocked if Detroit, beat them, but I think the Knicks are better than Detroit, even though they got destroyed. I actually think that. I don't know if it's blind confidence or what, but I really think that the Knicks, I think it's Detroit. I think it's Detroit. I think it's Boston. Yeah, I think Boston's going to be tough.
Yeah, I don't worry about Boston.
They're going to be tough.
I know that Detroit win most of the games last year,
Yeah.
and the Knicks end up beating them in the playoff,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I understand that happened, and sometimes I have a suspicious mind. So sometimes I'll think they're playing like chess
Yeah.
and not showing all the pieces
Yeah.
until a particular time.
Sometimes you have to. Sometimes.
Because ain't no way you got smoked for like all this time.
Yeah, sometimes they might look at that team and say, we're not going to show you all the pieces
Yeah.
that we're going to actually use to beat you when the time comes.
Yeah.
Right? So for now, we're just going to act like this is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
So,
playoffs comes, it's a different
suspicious,
mindset. When the playoff comes, it's a different mindset,
Right.
different defense,
Yeah.
different schemes.
Yeah. And the team seem to be coming together
Yeah, slowly but
a
surely.
little better now.
Yeah.
I think Cat
Cats starting to take more charge.
buying,
Yeah.
you know what is taking.
He's
Yeah, so we'll see.
he's a difficult one, man.
Real quick, Giannis will be on the mark. Most likely, Giannis will be on the market next year. Do you think the Knicks should go pursue if they don't win the championship this year?
It depends on what they're going to give up, because I don't see them, if they got to give up a whole bunch of their pieces to get him, I wouldn't advise that.
I mean, Cat is probably similar.
No, but Cat, they would have to go Cat plus more.
McBride.
Yeah, but
If they accept it, I don't know, but
yeah,
look, dudes that are like mid-level stars are getting traded for crazy returns. So Giannis might be like the biggest trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give up a crazy bag, to be honest.
well,
Like,
yeah,
it's tough. It's tough. Like you said, like, part of this Knicks team is the depth of the team. You got so many different dudes contributing and et cetera, et cetera. Granted, Giannis is a legendary player, but it's a give and take. It's tough.
yeah.
It's a give and take. But I don't know. I would give up Cat if I can.
I mean,
If I could get Giannis, I would give up Cat and a role player.
Cat seems durable to me.
Yeah,
That's what I look at.
He does, yeah.
I look at who is always injured,
that's true.
right?
Yeah.
Like Mikal Bridges, I wouldn't give him up.
Yeah.
He's always available.
Yeah.
So you
82
wouldn't
games.
give up all the players for this guy, and he's up and be a sitting duck on your bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
50 games.
I look into those things as well.
Yeah.
And like, it's not just about the talent,
Yeah, that's true.
it's also about the durability.
The durability, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
So then you've seen all, like, basically the all aspect of the Knicks. You've seen the rise of the Knicks. You've seen the fall of the Knicks, back to the rise again.
Yeah.
So as a Knicks fan, what was that low point? Like, you look at your seat, like, what am I really watching? Like, what was that moment?
Probably the 2000s, I would have said. The 2000s was some trash.
Somewhere, yeah, there was a time I stopped watching. To be honest, and I think that was around. I don't know what was going on.
After Ewing.
After you left.
And you know the funny thing about Ewing, he's a Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of us used to cheer for the Knicks because
Ewing,
Ewing is a Jamaican.
Yeah.
But Jalen Brunson, mother, parents is Jamaican as well. So isn't that ironic?
Yeah, so now you guys are cheering. Okay, even more cheering now.
Yeah. His mother,
You
parents.
didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that was just the sports. We just wanted to see your opinion on that because I know you're a Knicks fan and this is a big year. You know, it's not like one of those other regular years. It's okay. It's not like one of those.
Don't worry. Sorry, you're good.
It's not like one of those other regular mid years where the expectations aren't there. The expectations are here. So it's like, and like you said, Boston, I mean, you could say Boston, you know, but like they should be having a down year. Detroit should be a young team, you know? Like this should be
The year.
Like-
All year.
Indiana's in, the Halliburton's injured, Indiana tank.
Yeah.
Cleveland might be a little scary though. I think they're going to be a little scary with Harden.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Knicks have the pieces. Yeah, I said, but they have to get it together quickly. You know, they have to get together. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
'Cause I've seen them play great, and then the next day, I don't know what kind of team.
Yeah.
So that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
Not
Consistent.
consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to close out, we have a few quick hitters, or if you want to expand upon it, you're more than welcome. What do you want the legacy of Red Fox to be?
You know, those questions, I never really quite taken so deep. But my thing is really, I'm a family man,
Yeah.
right? Everybody knows I'm a family man.
Yeah.
So whatever deals I make, I don't make for myself. I want to make sure that, God forbid anything happens to me, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, great grands or whatever it is,
Yeah.
everybody would say dad took care of business or grandpa took care of business.
Yes.
If someone come and sing over one of my songs, my kids could say they can benefit from it regardless of generations to come. So my thing is always about generations.
Yeah.
That is my, most main focus most of the time.
Yeah.
The children and their children.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my thing.
That's your thing now. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you have done this yet or if maybe in the future you will, but what's your dream collab?
Come again?
Dream collab. So like the person that you were looking forward to working with, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Or has it done, or has it happened already? Or is there someone out there still that you haven't worked with that you're really looking forward to?
There's people I wanted to work with, but they're not the same anymore.
Yeah.
And I have to think about, who else
Is
I have in mind. But there's people that, I don't want to call their names, but they just,
Yes, yeah, okay.
you wish that, you would be able to do something with them,
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise from that, I have to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was there anybody growing up as you were rising that you were like, yo, like if I make it, like I gotta try to, like, was there somebody in the, whether it's within the Jamaican community or music in general, was there like a maybe person you were a big fan of that you were like, yo, I would have loved to get a song with them? Maybe not now, but like you rising up in the industry.
I never really give it much thought, to be honest with you. Because most of the time when we think about collaboration, because of what I do, we think more of the vocalists,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? We don't think of like somebody who would
The
say,
biggest name of the person.
yeah, we think about somebody like, like people who sing,
Mhm.
that's who we already look forward to do a collab with.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's my desire most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The singers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lastly, this is an interesting one. Who's a guest that you would love to see on Time Out Podcast that you could help us get?
That's a good one. I don't know. The thing here is that, most of the people I know within the New York area, most people live in, Brooklyn, or they're from Jamaica. They do come to like, not that close to anywhere. So to get them moving,
It's more logistics.
yeah, it's quite, yeah.
We can travel. We can travel.
Right.
But nah.
But yeah, man, we really appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah, that's great.
Definitely.
It's been an honor. It was a fun one. It was a fun one. Connecting where we come from, like for us, like I'm not even, I want to say this before we even close out. It's the craziest story. So for those of you who don't know, I coach his son in high school. So that's how we connect.
Shout out to St. Joe's.
Shout out SJL, But one day I'm sitting in a class. Right? And one of the kids comes up to me, they said, Ethan's dad
Yeah.
is a reggae artist. But it's a kid that's not as familiar with
Right.
with the
vibes,
with reggae music and things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what's his name? Or he shows me your Instagram. I'm like, wait. Then it's the crazy thing. Like that same week, I heard somebody playing Pose Off.
Right.
No, sorry, Bashment Party in their car.
Right.
So one day I sent a voice note. I don't know if you remember to
the voice chat. Yeah.
the group chat where I sent a voice note saying, do you guys know this song? But I didn't quite, like, I wasn't next to their car. I just remember the beat. So I was sending a voice note like, and they're like, bro, I don't know what you're saying. You're not saying nothing. Come full circle, that's the same song that you sing.
Right.
And it's like, that was the craziest thing to me. How all this, like, transpired. Like I never in a million years, like how the world is so. But you know, we really appreciate you for coming on. It's been an honor. It's been an honor. Of course, and we wish you the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Any upcoming new singles? Anything's out recently?
Just dropped the EP.
Yeah, you did.
Well, yeah, I didn't come up with the EP yet, but I'm working on it. I'm finishing it up. You know, but I do have singles out there. You know, like Give My Praise, the Vibes.
Yeah, I heard the vibe. Yeah.
That's it.
Different, dropping singles, but I'm finishing up an album right now. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to a summer
album.
Summer album.
Yo, we be throwing some crazy parties. We can get some of the songs on the track. Yeah, for real. But it's been an honor, man. Thank you as always.
Respect.
And we will be in touch as always, man. Thank you.
Yes, bless.
Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.